All right, guys, I started the show yesterday with scary, with crazy. Today, let's start with scary. From the Daily Mail, a 15-year-old girl tried to kill herself after watching the Netflix show 13 Reasons Why, according to her mother. The woman, who spoke anonymously to Okeechobee News, said her daughter slit her wrists and lay in the bathtub as part of a suicide pact. The teenage girl was part of a group of 5 children, 2 boys and 2 other girls, all aged 14 and 15, who had agreed to kill themselves using methods shown on the TV show. They claimed to be seeking a future that, quote, didn't involve adults telling them what to do. On the morning of May 13th, as the rest of the family enjoyed a quiet Mother's Day, the 15-year-old girl was messaging 2 boys in the pact and sending them videos on Snapchat. One of the boys allegedly called her weak and selfish and urged her to harm herself. She then sent a video where she sliced her wrists. In the texts, the teenage girl wrote, "It's taking too long. It's not like on 13 Reasons." One of the boys then called 911, and the police arrived at the house just in time. The 15-year-old was rushed to the emergency room after being transferred to a psychiatric hospital. Before being transferred, she's now at home recovering from her wounds and receiving therapy. My friends, do you have kids? Are you scared spitless? Well, if the answer to the second question was no, you've got a real problem. Kids today are under a lot more stress and in a lot more danger than we were when we were kids. When we were kids, the world was normal and we were taught to be strong and stand on our own 2 feet. Today, the world is no longer normal and kids are snowflakes. And so things like this happen all the time. 15-year-old girl killing herself. Suicide pact among 14 and 15-year-olds. My friends, if you respect your child's privacy, don't get into their online accounts, get into their phones, know what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're thinking, with whom they are communicating. You owe it to them. Forget about trampling on their rights. Kids have no rights. You accept the right to be protected by their parents. Get in, know what they're doing, who they're saying things to, who they're Skyping with. You owe it to your child to snoop and sit with them and talk with them, not just when there's nothing on TV. Forge strong relationships with your kids, and I guarantee this kind of obscenity will not happen. And unless you do these things, you are leaving your own children at risk. It's Thursday. Riell Truth. Be right back.
Are you driving the vehicle with hail damage from summer storms? Tired of waiting months to get your vehicle repaired? Dent Vision specializes in paintless dent and hail repair. And unlike traditional body shops, Dent Vision gets your vehicle back to you in days, not weeks. Insurance approved, top quality repairs with lifetime warranty. Call today for your immediate appointment. 970-541-0679. That's 970-541-0679, or look us up at dentvisionco.com.
Obamacare must be repealed. Premiums have risen as much as 100%.
Victor Mitchell is the outsider businessman running for Colorado governor.
I plan to repeal the exchange here in Colorado and replace it with a patient-centered health care plan where patients can access affordable care.
Vic will find new solutions.
There's a number of different dynamic clinics around the country that are doing extraordinary work, mostly through nurse practitioners, things like mammograms and colonoscopy and all types of blood work and even testing for mental health, and doing it very affordably.
Vic is a conservative with a plan to fix healthcare.
This means taking on the trial lawyers. This means transparency in pricing. So when you go into a service provider, a clinic, you see what the cash prices and the insurance prices are right when you visit. There's so much more that we could do, but we're not looking at our problems properly.
Learn more about Vic's conservative solutions for healthcare in Colorado at vic4gov.com. Paid for by Coloradans for Victor Mitchell.
All right, guys, welcome back to Riell Truth. Howard Riell here behind the microphone, and I will say it again. Donald Trump is a genius, and here's why I say it. He has pulled us out of the North Korean deal, which the North Koreans were already trying to slime around on. They were not returning his calls, not communicating. It was a sign of trouble, and so Donald Trump showed strength and said, screw us? No, 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 no. Screw you. And believe me, North Korea is screwed if we don't get a deal with him. He's turning up the pressure. Naturally, liberals and other nitwits in the media are wetting their pants. What is Trump doing? What Trump's doing is being brilliant. He's a brilliant and a tough negotiator, and that's precisely what America needs. Here is Sebastian Gorka laying it out for us. My friends, any other president, go back all the way to Reagan. Any president since Reagan would have been on his belly licking Kim Jong-un's shoes, begging for this summit. Trump is a different kind of animal. Sorry, I didn't mean to call him an animal. Trump is going to win for America. Like Sebastian Gorka said, America has nothing to lose. Only North Korea has something to lose. And Donald Trump knows that, and so he's squeezing North Korea. He's pressuring them. You don't want a deal? Screw you. And he walks away. That puts the onus and the pressure on Kim Jong-un. It was a brilliant stroke. He knows exactly what he's doing. And because he's not some craven politician, he's not on his belly or grabbing his ankles in front of the world's leaders. He's leading.
And I think we all.
My friends, North Korea is in the palm of our hands. And if you want, it's under our boot also. We'll be right back.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution.
Elizabeth Locker Plan reminds our listeners that the drug problem is well documented. We know our kids will be approached at early age. We want to applaud the youngsters in our community who have had the strength to say no to drugs. They provide examples to their peers and families to be the best they can be. That's from Elizabeth Locker Plant, located at 366 Grant Street in Elizabeth, serving our area since 1943 and specializing in naturalized aged beef and pork and complete custom processing. Call 303-688-2240. That's 303-688-2240.
Total Concrete Services and Long Mile reminds listeners, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This reminder from Total Concrete Services at 4462 Hilltop Road in Longmont. Proud to serve the entire area and to work on behalf of our future. For more information, call 970-535-4780.
Hey guys, welcome back to Riell Truth. You know that blue wave that's coming that's going to swamp the Republicans in the upcoming November election, is going to turn the country blue again? Well, it's been put on hold. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for a lot of reasons, one of which is that millennials are wising up. and in increasing numbers, they are rejecting the Democrats. Here's Dr. Steve Turley to lay it out for us.
Democrats' so-called blue wave is vanishing as millennials video. I'm sure you're all more familiar with the so-called blue wave that's been predicted by pundits. He also is the light for the upcoming 2018 election. The Democrats virtually transform this election representation to make the House begin impeachment proceedings against the convicted Republicans and unfit President Trump. That's the narrative really since January 2017. So I agree. Well, now we're getting some data that shows this supposed blue wave beginning to what we're seeing here is that the millennial wave is this three-legged extraordinary
My friends, let me give you a prediction. I'm sorry to interrupt, Doctor. Now that real solid numbers are showing that the Republicans are going to be winning, and this blue wave is a fantasy, now you can expect the liberal media to turn up the volume and begin reporting louder and more frequently that there's a blue wave coming. So forget what you're going to hear on MSNBC or CNN or ABC, NBC, CBS, any of the other liberal idiot major media networks. They're going to make it sound like it's going to be a landslide for Democrats. And so the undecided voters out there will think, oh, well, most people are voting for Democrat. I guess I will, too. And that's why they're undecided, because they're not very bright. If they were bright, and if they were well informed, there would be no question. They would see the Democrat Party has brought America disaster on the economic and world stages for decades, an unrelenting history of bad policy, destructive to America and Americans, and they would never consider, just like my Riell Truth audience, never consider voting Democrat. And as I have said ad nauseum, and I will continue to nauseate you, the state of Colorado went for Hillary in the election. And so to all my listeners, I'm telling you this. Go talk to the people you know who voted for Hillary. Don't tell them they're stupid, because you'll turn them off. But tell them that there's not going to be a blue wave. That America is catching on to the fact that the Democrats have nothing to offer, while Donald Trump is hitting home runs. Tell them why you're planning on voting for Trump. Tell them why people would have to be crazy not to vote for the Republicans. Who knows? Maybe they'll get a little bit smarter after hearing what you've had to say.
Oh, that lead is evacuated. One of the latest polls that gave the Democrats 15 advantage if you work for them. Democrats and Democrats would get 47 and Republicans at 45, well within the total margin of error. In other words, that 15 advantage set this up completely just in COVID-19 special war. And of course, we had a special
My friends, you know the old saying, follow the money. Okay, let's follow the money. Is there going to be a blue wave? People gave money to the Democrats when they thought Hillary was going to win because they knew they would get something for their money. They were buying influence. Well, when it turned out Americans realized Hillary is a moron and inept and sleazy and dishonest, Hillary lost. When Hillary lost, the money followed the money dried up, and now the DNC is broke. So explain to me, where is this blue wave coming from when no one in the country wants to invest in the Democrats? They know the Democrats are losers. They know the Democrats are going to get wiped away. They're wasting their money by giving it to Democrats. And so one more time I'll ask you, where is this blue wave supposed to come from? The blue wave exists in one place and one place only, and that's on the airwaves, where Democrats, liberals, the news media, the swamp, they keep saying it and saying it and saying it, hoping against hope that you're stupid enough to believe it. It's a lie. There will be no blue wave. There will be a red boot crushing the Democrats across the country. More congressmen, more senators for Donald Trump to support Donald Trump, which means he'll be able to make America great again faster than he already has in the first year and 4 months of his presidency. It means things will get better faster. And that's what I call real truth. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Herb. How many times have you gone into a health food store and are confused as to the many different brands and prices on the same herbal supplements? You want to buy the cheapest, but you're afraid that quality is less, so you buy the most expensive. Truth is, the cheapest may be better. Green Herb herbal supplements are all manufactured in our Wheat Ridge, Colorado plant at 4565 Kipling Street, using the highest quality herb that we source from all over the world. Our 150 different herbal supplements are the most potent and safest in America. Our guarantee is your money back, no time limit, just return the bottle empty or full, no questions asked. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health. Call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372.
Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirit, whether they are of God, because many false prophets have gone into the world. By this you will know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is of God, and every spirit that does not confess that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, which you have already heard was coming and is now already in the world. 1 John 4:1.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. This is the America News Network.
Chaplain and Talent LLC salutes our emergency first responders for their professionalism, commitment, and bravery. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us, so silver no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifices they made for our freedom. This message is from Chaplain Collins LLC, with 2 locations in Denver and Fort Collins, serving the community for over 13 years. Visit them online at chapelcollins.com.
If catastrophe struck with your family, are you confident you wouldn't react in a panic? Is there one place to get all of your emergency supplies? Veris Survival encourages you to have confidence through preparation, not panic through crisis. Veris Survival, located at 3366 South Broadway, is a professional, reputable, full-service business providing quality, realistic preparedness supplies at an affordable price. Go online, stop by, or call 303-781-0343. Veris Survival.
All right, guys, welcome back. President Trump talked to Brian Kilmeade on Fox News this morning. Here it is.
Democrats are sticking up for MS 13-year-old Nancy Pelosi the other day.
And by the way, my friends, if you're somewhere in the state of Colorado listening to me, and if you vote Democrat, then know this. Your Democrat Party is out defending MS-13. These animals who murder people with baseball bats and machetes. The Democrats are their friends. They're defenders. The Democrats take umbrage. How dare you call them animals? That's the Democrats, and that's you. So if you're a Democrat voter, I'd like you to do this. Humor me. Go find a mirror. Stand in front of it. Look deep into your own eyes. And say, as a Democrat, I stand with MS-13. I won't have them insulted. I'm here to defend them. Say that. If you're an honest, intelligent person, you've probably voted Democrat for the last time, ever. If you're stupid enough, you'll think, yeah, so what? You know, you're known by your friends. The Democrats have made it abundantly clear in the last week they are friends with MS-13 because MS-13 comes from outside the United States, and so they are some bizarre, demented form of dreamers. They're not dreamers, they're a nightmare. If America were truly a civilized country, they wouldn't be arrested. They'd simply be shot in the head when they were arrested. So I want you to know that as Democrats, you stand with the animals at MS-13. If that's the case, fine, it's out in the open. Please go to some other country.
The president also doubled down on
All right, guys, we don't need to belabor the point. MS-13, I wouldn't call them animals because animals don't kill for pleasure. MS-13 kills for pleasure, for a high. They should be shot like animals, like you would shoot a mad dog. They don't deserve to be arrested. Item from the Daily Wire. 1 week after passing a head tax on major businesses located in Seattle, including Amazon, Microsoft, and Starbucks, the Seattle City Council is now considering an enormous property tax on the people who work at those businesses. According to Q13 Fox, King County homeowners already saw a bump of 17% in their property taxes in 2017. But city council members want property taxes increased even more, unquote. And so once again, I am speaking to Democrats out there in my listening audience. Democrats know how to solve every problem in the world. Raise taxes. Well, no, that's not how you solve any problems. Look at the cities that have been Democrat strongholds for years. Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit. They're ghost towns. They're disasters. They're economic basket cases. And Democrats are unable and unwilling to learn. When they see that jumping taxes repeatedly is a recipe for disaster, what do? They jump taxes even more. Because they don't know what else to do. If they did anything intelligent, they'd be doing what the Republicans do. And then how would they get people to vote for them? Well, in record numbers, people are no longer voting for the Democrats. Because the Democrats are political and social cancer. People of Seattle are finding this out the hard way. Believe me, it's going to get worse for them. We'll take a break and we'll come back, my friends. Stay tuned. We haven't even reached the best part of today's show.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. But as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 10 through 13. The American Freedom Network is not funded or supported by special interest groups or government programs. The American Freedom Network is not sponsored by advertisers demanding content or programming
All right, guys, welcome back. Janet Kim Albrechtsen is an Australian opinion columnist with The Australian. From 2005 to 2010, she was a member of the board of Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Australia's state-owned national broadcaster. She is a woman, as you can tell by the name, Janet, and she's here to talk about how feminism undermines freedom. If you're a female, you better listen to this, and if you're not a female, listen to it anyway.
What on earth is wrong with feminism today? Full movement. It infantilizes.
No, my friends, she wasn't, because those things are okay. Do you understand the feminist craziness? That they won't speak out about outrages like that, but they will speak out about nonsense.
Sexual mutilation, or maybe child marriages.
My friends, I'm old enough to remember the 1970s. In the 1970s, feminism was a good and positive force trying to get women the rights that they had been denied, and it was just, and it was righteous. Well, like anything that sticks around too long, it starts to stink. And feminism today is just as acrid as Janet Albrechtsen is saying. It's turned mean, vituperative, vicious, and needless. Women are equal. Enough already. Take a break and we'll come back and we'll wrap it up this week here on Riell Truth. By the way, we're off next Monday, so I'll be back on Tuesday. Let's take a break. More Riell Truth ahead.
Article 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the places to be searched and the persons or things.
The Lord brings the counsel of the nations to nothing. He makes the plans of the people of no effect. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, the plans of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people he has chosen as his own inheritance. Psalm 33, verses 10 through 12.
Chaplain Collins LLC salutes our emergency first responders for their professionalism, commitment, and bravery. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifices they've made for our freedom. This message is from Chaplain Collins LLC, with 2 locations in Denver and Fort Collins, serving the community for over 13 years. Visit them online at chapelcollins.com. Total Concrete Services in Longmont reminds listeners the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This reminder from Total Concrete Services at 4462 Hilltop Road in Longmont. Proud to serve the entire area and to work on behalf of our future. For more information, call 970-535-4780.
Item from the Daily Caller: a growing trend of researchers encouraging parents to be accepting of and even facilitate their young children's gender transitions. Many gender clinicians now recommend parents socially transition kids who persistently express a transgender identity, according to KQED writer John Brooks, noting the therapists at San Francisco's Child and Adolescent Gender Center Clinic admitted they've aided transition of children as young as 3. There are some people who think folks like myself and the people at our clinic have fallen off the deep end, San Francisco Center's mental health director Diane Ehrensaft said. She's a staunch advocate of early social and medical transitioning for children with gender dysphoria. Unquote. My friends, right now, gender transition is a popular thing. It's a trendy thing. So no action will be taken. I predict that in the future, people who aid in the gender transitioning of children will be prosecuted and jailed, hopefully for a very long time. Item from Breitbart: President Donald Trump said Wednesday, that was yesterday, it was difficult to renegotiate the NAFTA agreement with Canada and Mexico, calling them spoiled by lousy trade deals from past administrations. Quote, I will tell you they've been very difficult to deal with. They're very spoiled because nobody has done this. Unquote. Absolutely right. The pathetic politicians we've had in the past wouldn't know their butts from a hole in the ground. And so when they sent people to negotiate, they were fools negotiating from a place of ignorance and cowardice. And so, of course, America, decade after decade, country after country, got the worst deals imaginable. Thank God we voted for the disruptor. We voted for the non-politician. Thank God we voted for someone who's made billions of dollars on his own, not from the public trough. Item from the Daily Mail. President Donald Trump backed an NFL rule change Wednesday that bans kneeling during the national anthem and hits violators with fines. However, the president, who instigated the new policy with his withering rebuke of players refusing to stand during the tribute to America, said the measure does not go far enough. I don't think people should be staying in the locker rooms, he told Fox and Friends in a pre-taped interview that aired on Thursday's program. You shouldn't be playing, you shouldn't be here. Maybe they shouldn't be in the country. Unquote. My friends, like everything that the president says, this has drawn a lot of fire, and let's put it to rights right now. If you hate America so much that you want to go out on a world stage, because these games are televised around the world, and you want to make a statement by taking a knee that you hate America, that you disrespect the flag, and you don't mind spitting in Americans' faces, then yeah, find someplace else to live, because you're clearly not happy here. And the fact that you're being paid millions of dollars to play a game obviously hasn't made it through the cement in your skull. So if you dislike America that much that you want to go out in public on television and disrespect it, use some of those millions to buy yourself a plane ticket and take it to the country of your choice. You know what? You probably like socialism, so go to Venezuela. Live there. You'll be happy. You'll be able to stand for the national anthem there. Of course, you'll also be mugged, robbed, because everybody in Venezuela, as stupid as you are poor as can be. I'll be back on Tuesday, my friends. Tuesday, not Monday, with more Real Truth. Hasta luego.